Hello everybody, Kanisha the Creator here, and I'm here today to bring you my reaction Neighbors, Part 1 by Domics.
Quick question. If you live out in the countryside and the closest other resident to you is like a kilometer away, would you consider them your neighbor? But if you live in the city, is someone who lives of that same distance away from you still a neighbor?
I mean, as long as they're still in the neighborhood, they're still a neighbor.
I've never really had problems with neighbors amongst all of the houses my family has moved to as I was growing up. Most have been
Fair
relatively
enough.
nice, and while some may have been kind of sketchy and suspicious, they kept to themselves and didn't really bother us. It was only when I moved out over a year ago that problems have arisen. I'll admit, I was the problem at first. As many of you know, I have a dog. Her
Okay.
name is Nala. And having a dog in a building is way different than having one in a detached house where your neighbors aren't in such close proximity.
True.
When my roommates and I first moved in and we had to go out to eat and such, we'd always just leave Nala out in the open within our suite. Because she's quite behaved and that's what we always did with her when I still lived with my family.
Okay,
Except I
fair enough.
forgot that Nala, despite being the little pupper that she is, likes to play guard dog and tends to bark at any sounds that she may find threatening.
Hey, fair enough. That's how our dog is sometimes. Like, anytime anybody passes by, he'll just go full bark. He'll just go full bark mode. Every time.
Now, this wasn't really a problem back at my family's house because my neighbors were spaced out far enough that they couldn't hear her going apeshit over a knock on the door. But I forgot this factor when I moved into my new place. One time, my roommate went skateboarding and ate shit because a pebble decided that he was going to have a bad night.
Oh,
He went down
brother.
a hill too fast, fell off of his board, and tore off a chunk of his
Ouch.
chin. Came back and thought, it's not that bad, as he's dripping blood over his shirt. When I saw it, I immediately thought, dude, we gotta go to the hospital.
Exactly.
That's gonna get infected for sure. Is it that bad? Let's say your face is ice cream. It's like someone took a spoon and scooped out a piece of you. We gotta go. In the
Exactly.
rush, we left Nala behind as usual. And this was around 1 a.m. when most people are asleep. He gets patched up at the hospital and we head back home. The next day, I get a call from the building manager to meet at her office. Ooh, Dom's in trouble. It was like being sent to the principal. I get there and she tells me the neighbors filed a noise complaint about my dog. Apparently, Nala was barking at the door for most of the duration that we were gone the previous night, which was about 2 hours.
Ooh, yeah, that definitely probably would annoy the neighbors.
No one was there to answer and only triggered Nala to bark even louder. And it wasn't even just my next door neighbors, but people from the floor above complained as well.
Yeah, that's what you don't want.
Relax. I explained the situation and apologized. She was very understanding and cut us some slack because we were still new to the building.
And I'm
From that point on,
glad.
I always have to lock up Nala in my room before we leave the condo. She still barks, but the concrete walls are definitely thicker than the front door.
Hey,
A month or
good.
two later, I decided to get a TV for my room and mount it on the wall,
Okay.
right beside the failed attempt of a shelf that the previous resident made. I don't know if you guys have ever tried drilling into concrete, and I want to believe I was using the right tools because I trust the dude at Home Depot, but it was hard as dicks. The first time I attempted it, it was pretty late in the day. Okay, it wasn't even daytime, it was 9 p.m.
Well,
Now, to a night owl, 9
that's a
p.m.
little
is pretty
weird.
much still like the middle of the day.
It
I realize that
is
some people might be getting
to
ready to
certain
get to
people.
bed, but I thought that maybe I can test out the drill and see if I can do it quick enough that my neighbors might not notice. Probably a dick move on my part because they totally did. I attempted it, and this is my best impression of a drill. And I was like, yep, okay, that's pretty loud.
Yeah, I
It's not
agree with that. It's
bad.
like, that's what I would have thought.
I'll just try again tomorrow. About 20 minutes later, I hear a knock at the door. It's the building security, and he told me that someone complained about the drilling. I said, I'm very sorry, sir. I understand and realize my mistake. I've already stopped. It won't happen again. And for some reason, he didn't think I got it, like I was going to attempt it again once he left.
I mean, no, he just straight up said, I'm sorry, I realized how loud it was, so I stopped it immediately. Like, seriously, he got the message, dude. He got the message.
Or maybe he wanted to make the best of his time for trekking it all the way to my unit, but he continued to scold me about how drills are loud and that people are asleep during this time. I'm like, I get it. I stopped them all again.
Dude,
Won't
he
happen
gets
again.
it.
I
He
promise.
stopped drilling. You
Same as
don't
soon as out
need
of
to
bed,
do all
and
that
no
extra stuff.
news. Now I understood my mistake. It was a dick move. I disturbed my neighbor's peace, and so I wanted to make it right. The next day, I went to the mall and got a gift card which was redeemable for any of the hundreds of stores inside.
Okay.
Came back, waited till evening, assuming that's when my neighbor would be home, and knocked on their door. No response.
Okay.
I didn't want to just slip it under their door because I felt like my apology wouldn't feel genuine, so I waited an hour or so and tried again.
Okay.
Still no answer. Eventually, it was nearing their assumed 9 o'clock bedtime, so I thought, I'll just try again tomorrow. That same
Hey,
night,
fair
at
enough.
like 4 a.m., when I finally decided to crash, I hear music. It wasn't coming from the living room or anywhere in my suite, but from the wall of my neighbor's side. Oh, sweet hypocrisy, how unkind art thou.
Exactly. Now,
Near
how are
piercing
you
as
gonna
drilling into
complain about
concrete,
noise
but
late
you
at
hear
night and
music
then you're
pretty
just gonna start
clearly,
blasting
and the
music?
bass was loud enough that it was bothersome. I still eventually slept through it, but come on, I got pretty salty because this happened on multiple occasions, and it just didn't seem fair at that point to complain about
Exactly.
my 10 seconds of drilling, but have parties at 4 in the morning. Might be a little immature because of my original intent, but I decided to keep the gift card. And to this day, it still sits on a shelf by the front door, ready to go in case I'm a bother again to my neighbors. Which did not happen anymore, because a new contender rose and took the stage. And yeah, you probably noticed the title and assumed this will be continued. And it will be, because I'm gonna talk about my prostitute neighbor.
Oh boy. Alright, let's get to part 2.
Okay, here's part 2. Every now and then, we would get unexpected knocks at our door.
Okay.
Expecting guests? No. Are we expecting a package delivery? No. And door to door didn't seem like a common thing in our building because we were in a private condo complex. So as a newcomer to our home, I carelessly opened the door for those people.
Okay, fair enough. What was the...
Yeah, hi, is this 2506?
Yeah, what do you want?
505. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's this one.
Okay, that was
I
really
guess it
weird.
was an honest mistake. I mean, our number plates were pretty close to each other.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I wouldn't
true.
let it go if it didn't happen again. Hello, is this 2506?
No, over there.
Again. Oh, hi. You looking for 2506? Oh, yes, I am. Well, this isn't it. And again. Hey, this is 2505. Oh, sorry. So at this point, I thought,
Seriously, this is getting ridiculous. It's like, guys, read the sign. Read the sign. This clearly says 2505. That says 2506. Read the sign, okay? Because one time is okay. 2 times, but 3, maybe 4 times, that's getting ridiculous.
man, our neighbor must be very popular if having this many guests this often, thought my naive mind. When I thought that maybe our number plates were just oriented badly, I realized I was giving these people too much credit.
I agree.
It's pretty obvious which one corresponds to which door. Like,
Exactly.
if they thought this was mine, what did they think this number was? Come on. How unusual was it for someone to continuously have guests, but not have any of them return for another visit?
Exactly.
Surely if they made the mistake of confusing the address once, they wouldn't do it again, right? Eventually, we stopped opening the door for these people. Didn't recognize them, we continued to peek and observe.
Good.
As we predicted, after knocking on our door and receiving no answer, they would realize their mistake and knock on the correct door. Or they would text or call someone on their phone while pacing back and forth in the hallway, until lo and behold, our very popular neighbor opens their door and reels them in.
Finally.
Always welcomed with something overly comforting, like "Hey, honey," or "Hey, baby." Like, what? That's not how you greet normal guests. It started getting bad when some of them stopped knocking and just independently opened our door. One day we were changing the light bulbs in our living room, and the one time we forgot to lock the door, one of them literally walked in. I don't mean to generalize what he looked like, but he looked to be in the same demographic of our neighbor's usual guest list.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
I could tell by his expression and hesitance to proceed did not know where the hell he was. I immediately unwelcomed him with wrong place, and he turned around and left without a word. On another occasion, when I was expecting a package, we opened the door to what we thought was the delivery service. We discovered he neither had a package nor was a delivery service. Well, he did have a package that he intended to deliver, if you know what I mean,
Yeah,
but we did
I know
not
what you
want to
mean.
be
I
the
know what you
receiving
mean.
end of that. We neither greeted him nor told him to come in, and he just walks in anyway with such confidence that he was at the right place. Almost made it to the living room before we had to go bouncer mode and kick him out.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly,
you
dude.
guys
You
probably wait.
wrong
Om
place.
nom nom.
Wrong place. It's next
I
door. Read
archived
the
what was
sign.
probably the creepiest encounter yet. One morning I was woken up by Nala's growling, and the only reason she gets defensive is when she detects a stranger in the house. I thought that it might have been one of my roommate's friends, but I didn't hear anyone talking in the living room, so I opened my bedroom door and peeked out to see that my roommate was still sleeping on the couch. Nala, there's no one there. I step out of my room and
Yeah,
see
I would
a
have been like,
woman
wait a minute.
sitting on our
Maybe I should see.
chair like she's waiting for something. She immediately stands up in a panic. Uh, this isn't 2506, is it?
No. No,
How
it
are
is
you?
not.
I'm so sorry. And then she leaves. I later found out that my other roommate lost his keys the previous night and couldn't lock the door when he left for work that morning, which left us susceptible to potential serial killers, or in this case, a neighbor's client. We
Okay, fair enough. That's a little weird, but
way before this incident, we came to a conclusion that our neighbor was a prostitute. And we speculated that that woman might have been a new recruit because she was holding some papers that we assumed to be like an application
I mean,
form
to be
for
honest, it kept
something.
being like
I
hundreds
don't
of
know.
guys kept
I don't know how
going
this works.
through, in and out, in
But
and out,
yeah,
in
my
and
neighbor's
out.
a
I mean, that
prostitute.
would be a fair
It's
assumption.
obvious. All the clues pointed to it. It couldn't have been anything else. At first, I really tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, maybe she teaches piano or something. But then, why were all her students grimy looking middle aged men? It started becoming a game at that point where we would try to guess if someone in our building was there to deliver a package, and we were usually right. If I come across a fella waiting for the elevator and he had trouble looking for the ground floor button, and they do that finger helicopter thing when they're trying to decide, it was safe to assume that he didn't live there. One
Yep.
time when they got off the elevator, I muttered, "Hope you had fun," as I continued down into the parking garage. The fear in their face, it was priceless.
Yeah,
In
it
another
probably would
incident, I
be
was waiting for the
priceless.
elevator so I could take Nala out for a walk. When the elevator door opened, a dude walked out and jumped back in a panic after he saw Nala. He asked, "Is it safe?" As he
Calm
pointed at my
down.
dog.
It's a little
Hell,
doggy.
of course she's safe. She's a 15-pound dog on a leash and she wasn't even barking at him.
Exactly.
Chill. I nodded, but I don't think that was enough to convince him that he was safe because he decided to hug the wall like he was trying to fuse with it in order to safely get around Nala and go to his piano lessons.
Seriously,
I had to
dude, what
realize
kind of
Nala was
experience you
really
had with
nervous.
dogs that made you that
What
scared?
was wrong with him? Although we had our speculations, we never exactly had hard evidence as to what our neighbor's true profession was. Until we decided to Google search our building address accompanied with the word escort. We had our proof. They had a website. And while I won't
Of
be
course, they
providing
had a
the address for
website.
obvious reasons, I hope you'll trust me when I say that there is an empire of escorts in my city. There are hundreds of locations around, and as it turns out, there was actually another unit in my building that provided the same services.
That is
So, this may
absolutely
demean anyone
ridiculous.
at
Can you
escort
believe
stores,
that?
but I don't think escort is the right term for their business. They don't leave their suite. There is no escorting.
Fair
One
enough.
time a client was in and out in the 20 minutes that I walked my dog. I've actually ran into my neighbor on several occasions as I caught her either exiting or entering her suite, and she seemed to be on edge every time we bumped into each other. There's not really much we can do about the situation. We looked up the laws, and apparently in Canada, it's legal to sell sexual services but illegal to purchase them.
Okay,
It doesn't
fair
make
enough,
sense
fair
for our
enough.
clients to be really cautious, which made things more entertaining when we messed with them. One time, my roommate was on his way back from work and caught a client waiting by the door. He
Okay,
pretended to be
okay.
locked out and just sat down beside him to observe. Eventually, Eventually, the client got too nervous and left. I mean, if you're not going to give your clients the correct directions to your place, then I feel like we reserve the right to deal with them how we please. And I
I
know that they know
mean,
that if they
maybe, but
accidentally
come
come to
on,
our
man.
door,
You
we
can't keep
might just
messing with
consider
these
letting
people
them
like
in and
that.
charging them a fee for people waiting. It's a shame though. I could have had really convenient access to piano lessons.
Very funny, Domics. Anyway, that was my reaction to Domics Neighbors. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.